Hey guys, welcome back to Movizo, your go-to spot for everything movies, web series, and entertainment news. Now, imagine spending an entire season building the perfect plan to take down the most powerful villain on the planet, and then watching one man's love for a dead woman destroy everything in a single moment. That is exactly what just happened in The Boys Season 5, Episode 6, and we need to talk about it. So let's set the scene first. All season long, the central mission for everyone fighting against Homelander has been the same: find the V-One doses, the original version of Compound V, and keep them away from Homelander at all costs. Because if he gets them, he becomes essentially immortal. The soup virus, the boy's only real weapon, becomes completely useless. Game over. And right up until Episode 6, that plan was still alive. Now here's where it gets genuinely interesting. Soldier Boy has been back all season, operating as a complicated central figure, sometimes allied with Homelander, sometimes at odds with him. They fought during the Fort Harmony episode. They made up. Then Sister Sage planted a video that revealed the truth about what happened to Stormfront, Homelander's secrets about Soldier Boy's former lover, and suddenly the father-son alliance completely fractured again. Honestly, watching Soldier Boy and Homelander's relationship this season has been one of the most compelling things The Boys has done in years. Two incredibly dangerous men who genuinely cannot trust each other, but keep getting pulled back together. So when Soldier Boy showed up to confront Bombsite after Sage called him in and made it clear he didn't want Homelander to have the V-One, everything pointed toward him destroying it. He literally said Homelander didn't deserve it. The setup was there. The motivation was there. And then he handed it over anyway. Homelander injected the V-One into his blood right there and then. And just like that, the boy's entire plan collapsed. Now here's the thing. Even Sister Sage, the smartest character in the entire series, a woman who has been playing multidimensional chess since Season 4, did not see this coming. She called Soldier Boy in specifically because she expected him to destroy the V-One after seeing that tape about Stormfront. Her read on him was wrong, and that almost never happens with Sage. But why? Why would Soldier Boy hand his son, a man he once described as an asexual weirdo, the one thing that makes him nearly impossible to kill? The answer is Stormfront, or Liberty as she was originally known. Soldier Boy's feelings for her never faded, even after her death. And in that moment, standing in front of Homelander, he made a decision driven entirely by love, not logic, not strategy, not any plan. He genuinely believed this is what Stormfront would have wanted. He even said it out loud. Homelander looked at him and said, "But you hate me." And Soldier Boy's response, "I loved her more." From a storytelling perspective, that one line might be the most chilling thing this season has produced, because it reframes everything Soldier Boy has done. He wasn't protecting Earth. He wasn't playing hero. He was honoring a woman he loved, a woman who, let's not forget, was a Nazi, and in doing so, he potentially doomed everyone. Now the obvious question, can Homelander actually be killed now that he has the V-One in his system? And here's where it gets slightly more hopeful, though not by much. The soup virus is off the table, yes. But Soldier Boy still has the ability to strip sups of their powers, and we saw him use it on Bombsite in this very episode, proving that V-One doesn't protect against that specific ability. So if someone could convince Soldier Boy to turn on his son again, Homelander becomes vulnerable almost immediately. There's also Ryan. Last time they faced each other, Homelander won easily, but Ryan once took Stormfront to the brink of death, and under the right circumstances, a surprise attack could do real damage. And then there's Butcher. His powers haven't been pushed to their absolute limit yet. He killed Victoria Newman without breaking a sweat, but struggled against Bombsite. There's clearly still something untapped there, even if using it fully might cost him his life. So the situation is grim but not hopeless. And honestly, that balance is exactly where a final season should be at this point. Now here's the other layer to Episode 6 that deserves attention. The Bombsite confrontation also served as a direct setup for the upcoming spin-off, Vought Rising. Jensen, Ackles and Aya Cash return as Soldier Boy and Liberty, and Mason Dye's Bombsite just made his debut with serious history against Soldier Boy already established. Their rivalry is clearly going to be central to that prequel story, and Soldier Boy's decision to give Homelander the V-One. That's essentially a direct teaser for what Vought Rising is going to explore, the depth of Soldier Boy and Liberty's relationship, and what it cost the world. Some fans have felt Season 5 is leaning a little too hard into setting up the spin-off, and honestly, that's a fair criticism. But Soldier Boy has been a genuine highlight this season, and this episode used him in a way that served both the current story and the future one simultaneously. That's not easy to pull off. Personally, I think episode 6 is one of the strongest episodes The Boys has ever made, not because of the action, but because of that one quiet exchange between Soldier Boy and Homelander. I loved her more. 3 words that flipped the entire season on its head. The show took a character nobody fully trusted, gave him a genuinely human motivation rooted in love rather than power, and used that to create the most dangerous version of Homelander we have ever seen. With 2 episodes left, I genuinely have no idea how this ends, and that is exactly where a final season should leave you. So what do you think? Can Homelander actually be stopped in these last 2 episodes? And who do you think is the one who finally does it? Let me know your theories in the comments right now. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates like this. This is Movizo. I'll see you in the next one.